what warning signs are there around if something's starting to go wrong in an employee relationship?
Right. So many things can go wrong in every business and with every employee in every country. But we see several phenomena here in China, and we've been employing, well, right now about 300 people, but over the years, I think we've employed uh, quite a few. Um, Something which is very common, and we found that many salespeople went in this direction. When we see that a salesperson is selling to a single sales channels, this is for us is the biggest warning sign. And when we ask him, how could it be? How could it be that the entire of China, there's only one single distributor who is buying from you? You cannot find another distributor or 10 or 100. How could it be? And in most of the cases, when we started to investigate, this one distributor was the same salesperson or his wife or his father or his sister. And this is also very natural. For Chinese managers, when talking back about the expectation, if they realize that the expectations are not fulfilled, they're not progressing quick enough, they don't see that they earn enough as they expected, the bonuses are not coming, or the bonuses are just not enough, they think, okay, I'm selling the product with certain profit. If I sold it with a cheaper price to myself, and then I would sell it into the market with the prices that I know to sell, then I will keep the profit. And it's very natural. The amount of time that I've seen this is just amazing. And apparently it's a natural thinking of salespeople who think this is how I will build my next business. Because many of the salespeople think, okay, the next step from this company, I will set up my own distribution company or my own business. So they're practicing while they have the job. So they sell to their own company, and then they sell in the market, and they develop the market. And we had one salesperson that became so big that at some point he said, "Look, I don't need you anymore. I'm leaving. And actually, you have no choice. You have to keep selling to me because I'm the biggest distributor in the market." So when you see a salesperson selling only to one sales channel, there must be a problem, because it cannot be in China only one salesperson. Another problem is when an employee who asks for a raise and he says, "Look, I need more money," and at some point he stopped asking for money. When he stopped asking for money, that's a big warning sign, because that means that he found a way to get more money. Either he's working for the competitors, either he has another job, either he is inflating the expense report, which is, I think, the next point. And there's no way that an employee will stay out of charity. For a raise, you should ask, how does he get his money? And very few people are just are happy with the salary for many years. We had a client that was very proud. He told me, "Oh, I never raised salaries for 7 years. I never raised salaries." And then he asked us to do an operational audit. And when we did the audit, we discovered that the employees altogether managed to get over the years over 7 million RMB only in expenses, which is enormous for a very small operation. So they found a way to inflate their expenses. So if they don't ask for a raise, they do find a way to get more money. The other thing is, if you see a salesperson and he's sitting in the office too much, a salesperson should not be in the office. A salesperson should be traveling. He should be pushing you to travel, to come meet with clients, come with distributors. And when he sits in the office, that means he gave up. He doesn't have the right contacts, or he just gave up on the product and he doesn't think that he can sell. So many times when we recruit the salespeople and they sit in our office and we see them sitting in the office too long, we tell the headquarters, "Could you check up on them?" And in most cases, we realize that they basically stopped selling and they're just happy to get a salary and probably have another job, or they're building their own business for the future. Person that is just traveling all the time, which could be good if he brings business. But if you see that he's traveling to all these places, is flying to Tibet, is flying to Urumqi, but they said, why? What business do you have in Tibet or in Xinjiang? We don't have any business there. And maybe he was just traveling with his family, or traveling for another business. This could be another option. So you need to understand where he's traveling to, and why, and who did he meet, and what was the outcome of this traveling. And you need to have a very tight control of his traveling, because you could spend a lot of money on the traveling of a salesperson. But another thing that we saw, salespeople trying to hire more people who will be loyal to them, especially in a bigger organization. They try to bring the friends, the relatives, and they basically create more power. This way, they when things go bad, they have more power and influence, and they can tell, okay, if you get rid of me, I take all the finance team, or I take all the sales team. We jump all of us will jump to the competitor. So if you feel that he's pushing you to hire somebody that he knows, it could be a risky situation in the future when all of them could gang up and become too strong in the company. The last point, as I mentioned already, expenses is a basic corruption of inflating expenses. And you need somebody who can check the invoices, somebody who can check what is real, what makes sense. And now the rules are very clear in China. You cannot, it's very hard to use fake invoices like it was very common in the past. In the past, you could buy invoices in Taobao. Now it's not easy anymore. So you can control it, but you need to have somebody who knows what they're doing.